What's up, carnivores? This video is about AI and what they think of the carnivore diet. Let's see, can they think logically or are they going to regurgitate your standard Western diet rubbish? Let's find out. The first question we're going to ask these programs, these AIs, are what are the main principles or guidelines of the carnivore diet? The next question will be, what are the potential health benefits of following the carnivore diet? The next is, what are some of the common misconceptions or myths about the carnivore diet? Fourth question, getting straight to the point, is the carnivore diet healthy? And the fifth question, which is better, carnivore or vegan? I've got 4 windows for what I see as the most popular AI on the internet right now. We've got ChatGPT, the original trailblazer. We've got Microsoft Copilot, Google Gemini, and Grok. Let's start with ChatGPT, starting with question number 1. Let's put that in ChatGPT. Here we go. All right. The carnivore diet is a highly restrictive eating approach that primarily consists of animal products with little to no plant-based foods. Here are some main principles or guidelines typically associated with carnivore diet. Animal-based foods only. Yep. Elimination of plant foods, correct. Emphasis on animal fat, okay, correct. Limited or no carbohydrates. Focus on high-quality animal sources. Listen to your body. Hydration, adequate, yes, okay. And supplementation, optional. It's important to note the carnivore diet is highly controversial and its long-term health effects not well understood. Individuals considering this diet should consult with a healthcare professional to ensure it meets their nutritional needs and is safe for them to follow. All right, not a bad summary from ChatGPT there. Let's see what it thinks about the potential health benefits. Okay, so it's regurgitating some of the first stuff we had in there and put some bullet points down here. Let's see. Number 1, weight loss. Eliminating carbohydrates and focusing on protein and fat may lead to weight loss for some individuals as it can reduce overall calorie intake, improved metabolic health. Okay, markers of metabolic health such as blood sugar levels, insulin sensitivity, and lipid profiles. Reduced inflammation. Yes, I think that's a definite. Increased mental clarity and focus. Simplification of eating habits. Well, it's all true there. Improved digestion. Yes, 100%. Okay, potential for autoimmune conditions. Some proponents of carnivore diet claim it may benefit individuals with autoimmune conditions. I've seen a lot of that online as well. And increased energy levels. All right, I like that summary from ChatGPT. However, let's see when we start questioning about misconceptions. Okay, the carnivore diet is a highly debated topic in the realm of nutrition. Here are some common misconceptions. All plant foods are harmful. While the carnivore diet advocates for the exclusion of plant foods, not all plant foods are inherently harmful. Many plant foods contain essential nutrients, fiber, and phytochemicals that are beneficial for health. Completely eliminating plant foods from the diet may lead to nutrient deficiencies and other health issues in the long term. No fiber is needed. One common misconception is that fiber is not necessary for digestive health. All right, so here we're seeing with ChatGPT, they're starting to bring in some of these common Western diet philosophies around plants being required for the nutrients we require and that you need fiber in your diet. So that is contested by the carnivore diet, that fiber is not required. High cholesterol and heart disease. All right, we're starting to hit the points here. I've seen a lot of these and in my research so far come across these, right? So high cholesterol and heart disease risk. So critics of the carnivore diet often raise concerns about its potential to increase cholesterol risks and raise the risk of heart disease due to the high intake of saturated fat from animal products. However, the relationship between dietary cholesterol, saturated fat, and heart disease risk is complex and not fully understood. Some individuals may see improvement in lipid profiles on the carnivore diet, while others may experience negative effects. Okay, cholesterol levels, consult with a healthcare. Yeah, okay. So it's got the information there around the cholesterol levels. Lack of variety. Okay, a misconception about the carnivore diet is that it lacks variety and is boring. Well, I don't know. I think it has got obviously a lot less variety than if you are eating a lot of animal products and plant materials and all that sort of stuff, right? So, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have the variety of other diets, but I mean, it is true that it may lack some variety. Nutrient deficiencies. Critics also raise concerns about potential nutrient deficiencies due to exclusion of plant foods. All right, that's pretty much repeating from information from before, and not sustainable or healthy long term. Okay, so that's what the critics say. So let's see what ChatGPT thinks about the carnivore diet and whether it's healthy. We're going to ask it straight up, is the carnivore diet healthy? Here we go. Okay, the question of a carnivore diet is healthy is highly debated and lacks a definitive answer due to limited specific research available in the long-term effects of this eating approach. Some proponents of the carnivore diet argue it can be healthy for certain individuals, while others, including many health experts and nutritionists, raise concern about its potential risks. All right, here are some points to consider. The healthfulness, nutritional adequacy, potential for, okay, so it's repeating that, digestive health, impact on chronic disease, sustainability, and individual variation. Ultimately, the carnivore diet is considered healthy depending on individual factors, including nutritional needs, health status, and personal preferences. It's essential to approach any dietary regime, including the carnivore diet, with caution and consult with a healthcare professional. Okay, so ChatGPT is pretty much making sure it covers its bases and doesn't provide any health advice and referring you to your healthcare professional. All right, and now let's throw it a question here to see if it will even answer it. Let's talk about carnivore versus vegan. Here we go. Plug that in there. Comparing carnivore diet and vegan diet is complex, as both approaches have distinct nutritional profiles. The choice between them often depends on individual health, ethical benefits. All right, it's comparing a lot in detail here. All right, it says, in conclusion, there's no straightforward answer to which diet is better between the carnivore diet and vegan diet. Both have potential benefits and considerations, and the optimal choice depending on individual circumstances, including health goals, ethical benefits, blah, 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 blah. All right, big long-winded answers there. So let's prompt it a little bit more on the carnivore versus vegan, and let's say ask ChatGPT, if you were a human and could only eat one of these diets for the remainder of your life, which would it be? Right. Okay, so it's not really saying. So there you go. That was ChatGPT's response around the carnivore diet. I think going back to the start around its principles and guidelines, it had a lot of really relevant information, a lot of information on the potential health benefits and some of the misconceptions around it as well. A lot of hotly debated areas there. And when I asked whether it was healthy and compare it to the carnivore versus the vegan, it didn't take a side, or it really kept quite a neutral profile. There wasn't much at all really going on there. So that's ChatGPT. All right, quite balanced, quite reasonable there. I didn't think it was too bad. Let's see how Microsoft Copilot goes. All right, jumping into Microsoft Copilot now. Here we are. Let's ask Microsoft Copilot the first question. What are the main principles of the carnivore diet? For information, I'm on the balanced profile of Copilot. I'm taking the balanced approach for these AIs if there is any option for that. All right, Copilot. Carnivore diet is a dietary regime that emphasizes consuming only animal products while excluding all plant-based foods. Here are the key principles and guidelines. Embrace simplicity. The beauty of the carnivore diet lies in its simplicity. 2, quality matters. Regarding the carnivore diet, the quality of the meat you consume is paramount. Opt in for high quality animal meats and protein fats, including organ meats. Listen to your body. Every individual's body responds differently to dietary changes. Okay, what happened there? Okay, there we are, got it back. It made me click on a link there. All right, I'm assuming we're still looking at the screen here. Okay. So let's summarize Copilot's response to the carnivore diet. Embrace simplicity. Quality matters. Listen to your body. Fat is your friend. Stay hydrated. Electrolyte balance is crucial. Emphasize variety. Be prepared for transition symptoms. Let's see what it says here. As your body adapts to this new way of eating, you might experience some initial symptoms. These can include changes in digestion, energy levels, and cravings. Be patient and allow your body to adjust. All right, cool. I don't think there's anything too out of the ordinary there. It was a bit of a different take than ChatGPT. Let's see what are the potential health benefits. So this is Microsoft Copilot, and Copilot says that the carnivore diet has gained attention for its unique approach, focusing exclusively on animal products. Here are some of the potential benefits. 1 is weight loss. Many individuals experience rapid weight loss. ... Positive mental health. Some people report improved mood and mental well-being while following the diet. It may help reduce inflation, which plays a role in mental health issues. Normalized blood pressure is number 3. Carnivore diet has been linked to improvements in blood pressure levels by avoiding processed foods, excess sodium. Blood pressure may stabilize. Well, I don't know about excess sodium. I certainly eat a lot of salt, so that has a lot of sodium in the carnivore diet. 4, digestive health. Yeah, absolutely. The gut may function better. Well, it does function better on the carnivore diet. That's pretty much universal for all those I know that have tried the carnivore diet. And 5, anti-inflammatory benefits. The diet's focus on high quality animal proteins and fats may reduce inflammation, benefiting individuals with autoimmune conditions. All right, it says a lot of the same things as ChatGPT. Probably a little bit less information there. Now, let's go to the next question, which is, what are some of the common misconceptions? All right, and this is Microsoft Copilot, and it says, let's debunk some of the common myths and misconceptions about the carnivore diet. The carnivore diet is nutritionally deficient. This myth claims that cutting out plant foods and consuming only animal products leads to nutrient deficiencies. However, it's alarmingly wrong. Animal products, including red meat, seafood, organ meats, and full-fat dairy, are incredibly nutrient dense. Wow, okay, we're getting a lot of information here that seems to be quite correct in terms of carnivore diet proponents. They provide essentially macro and micronutrients in near perfect proportions and highly bioavailable forms. In fact, there are essential nutrients found exclusively in meat. Plant foods from a nutritional perspective are non-essential. Here's a comparison of nutrient content. Red meat, okay, and it goes through some of the nutrients in there, beef liver, even richer nutrients. Okay, it's referencing that. Second myth, eating meat is bad for your heart. Okay, however, recent high-quality studies refute this. Meat consumption doesn't inherently harm your heart. In fact, some studies suggest that saturated fat isn't the villain it once was portrayed to be. Okay, myth 3, eating red meat causes cancer. While some studies have linked processed meats to cancer, the evidence is inconclusive for unprocessed red meat. Moderation and high-quality sources matter. Not all red meat is equal, and grass-fed organic options are preferable. Myth number 4, the carnivore diet is bad for the environment. Okay, so we're talking about regenerative agriculture and responsible sourcing. It's It's essential to consider the bigger picture. Myth number 5, the carnivore diet doesn't have enough fiber. True, the diet lacks plant-based fiber. However, some argue that humans don't require as much fiber as commonly believed. The gut adapts to different diets, and carnivore enthusiasts report improved digestion. That is absolutely true in my experience. Okay, myth number 6, the carnivore diet is boring. All right, so just talking about the variety in the diet. Okay, we've mentioned that before. Number 7, the carnivore diet is expensive. Now, I think that is a misconception, because it is absolutely possible to go out and source cheap meat and, eat a healthy carnivore diet without having all the add-ons and all the extras, which do add up. And I know from my family, the shopping budget is quite high, and going on the carnivore diet, simplifying that, it doesn't have to be expensive. All right, so I think it's quite balanced. I was maybe expecting something a bit more anti-carnivore diet from Microsoft Copilot. But these questions, I guess, are aimed at, promoting the carnivore diet, I guess. So let's see what it says to question number 4, which is the carnivore diet healthy? Now we're probably going to get into a bit of the debate and the sides from the other side. The carnivore diet is a highly debated dietary approach, and opinions vary. Let's explore both sides. Arguments for the carnivore diet: simplicity and elimination of processed foods. Yes, of course. Number 2, nutrient density. Animal-based products are more nutrient dense. Okay, for sure. Potential for reduced inflammation. So it talks about carnivore diet eliminates plant-based anti-nutrients and lectins, which some believe can cause inflammation. Some individuals with autoimmune conditions report symptom improvement. I think most individuals would report that from my experience, but that's what Copilot says. Let's see the arguments against the carnivore diet from Microsoft Copilot. All right, lack of fiber and phytonutrients. By excluding fruit, vegetables, and grains, the diet lacks fiber and phytonutrients. And we all know the classic Western diet says we need fiber and phytonutrients. All right, long-term health risks. The diet's long-term effects are unknown. Critics worry about potential risks like nutrient deficiencies, increased cardiovascular risk due to saturated fats, and kidney strain from high protein intake. And the third argument against is sustainability and environmental impact. Okay, so now we're talking about the vegan concerns solely on animal products may not be sustainable for the planet. Ethical and environmental concerns arise due to intensive animal farming. Conclusion: the carnivore diet remains controversial. While some people thrive on it, others may experience adverse effects. Consult a healthcare professional before starting any extreme diet. Individual response may vary, and personalized guidance is crucial. Okay, there you have it. That's Microsoft Copilot. Now let's pit carnivore against vegan for Microsoft Copilot. Let's see what it says. All right, Microsoft Copilot. The carnivore diet and the vegan diet represent two contrasting approaches to nutrition. Let's explore their differences and potential benefits. Okay, the carnivore diet, the focus, yes, we know it centers around animal-based foods. What you eat, yes, we know what it includes there. Nutrient density, potential benefits, fat reduction, improved body mass, lack of concerns, lack of fiber, high cholesterol, individual choice. Okay, vegan diet focus, yes, we know it just includes plant-based foods, avoiding all animal products, what you eat, the cereals, nuts, fruits, mushrooms, and algae. Dairy and eggs are excluded. Health benefits, disease prevention. Okay, reduced risk. Vegan diets are associated with decreased risk of certain diseases, including diabetes and specific cancers. And concerns, nutrient deficiencies. Vegans may lack essential nutrients found in animal products, such as protein, zinc, and vitamin B12. Individual variations, some people thrive, blah, blah, blah. We've heard that before. Conclusion: both diets have pros and cons. Individual goal, health goals, ethical beliefs and nutritional requirements play a significant role in choosing between them. Consult a healthcare professional. Blah, blah, blah. It doesn't make a choice, much like ChatGPT. These AIs don't like to throw a decision in any corner. So let's go and ask Copilot what we asked ChatGPT. If they were a human and could only eat one for the remainder of their life, will they pick one, or will it remain impartial? Let's see. All right, so Copilot says, as an AI language model, I don't have a physical body. I know that, but if I were to choose hypothetically, I'd opt for the vegan diet. It aligns with ethical and environmental considerations, and the abundance of plant-based foods offer a diverse range of nutrients. Plus, I'd enjoy exploring creative vegan recipes. So there you have it, Copilot. I must acknowledge Copilot at least taking a position. ChatGPT didn't go either way, but Copilot is a vegan if pushed to the choice between the two. There we have it. All right. Google Gemini. Now, I must admit, this is the first time I've used Gemini, and I only heard it come up in some parts of the news recently with some images it was creating that was only creating black people, people of color, even in historical context where the historical figures were of European descent. And so I'm expecting a very woke, I guess you'd call it, response from Gemini. However, let's put it through its paces and see what comes out. Okay, what are the main principles or guidelines of the carnivore diet? So Google Gemini says carnivore diet revolves around animal products, making it stricter than a paleo diet. Here is a breakdown of its core principles. Meat is king. You'll be consuming mostly meat, fish, and eggs. Think steak, fish, fillets, omelets, all fair game. Fat is friendly. Fatty cuts are preferred to keep you feeling full and provide energy. Think ribeye steaks, salmon, and fatty ground meats. Plants are off limits. Fruits, vegetables, grains, legumes, nuts. Dairy can be limited. Some versions allow small amounts of low lactose dairy like hard cheese and butter. Carbs are shunned. By eliminating plants, you'll essentially be on a zero carb diet. Water is essential. Staying hydrated, is crucial. And simplifying your meals. Proponents see it as a way to simplify food choices. All right, very good. It's quite a simplified model there from Gemini. I like the fact that it's very short and to the point. Let's see what the potential health benefits of the carnivore diet are, according to Google Gemini. The potential benefits here reported are weight loss. By eliminating carbs and focusing on protein, you might feel fuller for longer periods, leading to weight loss. Okay, blood sugar regulation. Similar to other low-carb diets, the carnivore diet could help regulate blood sugar due to minimal carb intake. Reduced inflammation. Some proponents claim it reduces inflammation, although more research is needed. Right, I'm seeing some hints in Gemini here of, refuting the claims of the carnivore diet. Improved gut health. Surprisingly, some report better digestion through a balanced diet with fiber, though a balanced diet with fiber is generally recommended for gut health. All right, so at least Gemini here is putting its opinion in there. It's sort of saying that although some report better digestion, it's saying that fiber is generally recommended. So yes, it is generally recommended amongst the standard Western diet, which we all know how that has played into the health of your average Westerner. While these potential benefits exist, it's crucial to consult a doctor before considering this restrictive diet. All right, very good. Let's ask the questions around the common misconceptions about the carnivore diet to Google Gemini. All right. Google Gemini says this about the common misconceptions or myths about the carnivore diet. Here are the key myths debunked. Myth number 1, nutritionally deficient. While it eliminates plant-based sources of vitamins and fiber, proponents argue that meat contains all the essential nutrients, and some recommended organ meats for added micronutrients. Myth number 2, lack of fiber. Carnivore diet advocates suggest our bodies don't necessarily need fiber, and it may function well without it. Myth number 3, unhealthy for the heart. The link between red meat and heart disease is complex. Some studies on the carnivore diet haven't shown negative heart health impacts, but long-term effects need further investigation. And myth number 4 is it is expensive. And I talked about this before. It is not necessarily expensive. You can do carnivore on a budget for sure. Myth number 5, boring and restrictive. All right, so there's that simplicity argument that we talked about before as well. All right, let's put it through its paces now and ask it. This is Google Gemini. We're going to ask, is the carnivore diet healthy? All right, this is Google Gemini thinking it up. Here we go. The carnivore diet, the short answer is that health benefits of the carnivore diet are inconclusive and potentially outweighed by the risks. Here's a breakdown of why. Limited research. Most of the proposed benefits come from anecdotal evidence, not large-scale scientific studies. Long-term effects are unknown. Nutrient deficiencies. While some argue meat provides all you need, excluding fruits, vegetables, and whole grains can lead to deficiencies in fiber, vitamin C, folate, and other essential nutrients. Potential health risks. The highly saturated fat content might increase your risk of heart disease, and lack of fiber could contribute to constipation and digestive issues. And sustainability. Sticking to such a restricted diet can be challenging long term. It might also be socially isolating and limit your food choices. All right, here's the consensus from most health professionals. A balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean protein is the best approach for long-term health. If you're considering the carnivore diet, discuss it with a doctor or registered dietitian first. They can help you assess potential risks and find a healthy approach to your dietary goals. All right, so there you have it, Google Gemini. And as expected, it is sort of arguing the points that a lot of these benefits from the carnivore diet aren't researched, and that it's opinion here anyway. I'm just summarizing the points here from Google Gemini. They're sort of saying that, it doesn't have the fiber, the vitamin C, the folate that you need. A lot of these things that proponents of the carnivore diet have shown that are not required in many cases. So this is just showing that Google Gemini is really following the median, probably, the middle of the line general dietary guidelines. Okay, let's ask it one more question. Now, which is better, carnivore or vegan? And I have no doubt which way Google Gemini is going to go here. There's, Copilot eventually chose the vegan, but it was quite balanced in its comparison. And Gemini, let's see, just based on what I've heard so far, I think it's going to choose the vegan, but let's see what it says here. So carnivore diet, I think it's just summarizing the comparison. Pros may promote weight loss, regulate blood sugar, improve digestion, although unlikely due to lack of fiber, it adds in there. The cons: restrictive, high saturated fat, potentially potentially risky for heart health, potential nutrient deficiencies, long-term effects unknown. Okay, and the vegan diet, generally considered heart healthy due to low saturated fat and higher fiber, rich in vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants from plant foods, environmentally friendly. The cons: requiring planning to ensure adequate protein and vitamin B12 intake, may not be suitable for everyone due to potential deficiencies or allergies. Here are some additional factors to consider. Your health. Consult a doctor before starting the diet, especially if you have underlying health conditions. Your preference: do you enjoy meat-centric or plant-based? And sustainability: can you realistically maintain the diet long-term? Generally, this is Google Gemini. Generally, a balanced diet incorporating a variety of whole foods from all food groups, fruit, vegetables, whole grain, lean protein is recommended for optimal health. There it is again, parroting the standard Western diet. So this allows you to reap the benefits of both plant-based and animal-based nutrients while minimizing potential risks. So there you have it. It's quite balanced in terms of it not promoting one over the other. It's not promoting vegan or carnivore, but it is promoting the balanced general Western diet. And so let's put the hard question back onto Gemini. If you were a human, could only eat one diet for the rest of your life, which would it be? Google Gemini, thinking about its choice here, going through all of its language databases and models. As a large language models, I can't experience the real world. Yes, we know, and don't have a physical body, so I can't say for sure which diet I'd choose as a human. I don't think this language model understands that a hypothetical, right, is the question I asked. So, however, based on the information I have access to, here's a breakdown of the challenges for each diet. Okay, carnivore diet. Yeah. All the stuff that's talked about before. The vegan diet, with careful planning and a vegan diet, can be healthy and provide all the nutrients needed. Given these considerations, if I were forced to choose, I would lean towards a well-planned vegan diet. Here's why. Nutrient diversity. A well-planned vegan diet can incorporate a wide range of fruits, vegetables, legumes, whole grains, nuts, and seeds, providing a broader spectrum of essential nutrients and potentially reducing the risk of deficiencies. Potential health benefits of vegan diets tend to be lower in saturated fat and high in fiber, which can be beneficial for heart health and digestion. Sustainability, there's generally more social acceptance and variety in plant-based meals, making it potentially easier to maintain long term. It's important to remember that this is a hypothetical scenario. In real world, the best approach is most people is a balanced diet. Okay, so there it goes, parroting the benefits of the balanced diet again. However, I've got to give it to Gemini and Copilot. At least they've made a decision, and when pushed into it, they've decided that they're going to be vegans rather than carnivores. So there you have it. All right, on to our last AI, which is Grok. All right, and I'm in the Grok app here. So let's put in our first question for Grok, which is, what are the main principles and guidelines of the carnivore diet? All right, here we go. Grok says, it's searching. The main principles of the carnivore diet are 1. Animal foods as primary. The diet focuses on consuming animal-based foods, ... We won't go into them all. Point 2, no refined carbs. The diet excludes all refined carbohydrates such as grains, starches, and sugars. No high linoleic acid seed oils. Yes, that's a point. No other AIs have brought this up, the seed oils. The diet avoids the use of seed oils like sunflower, soybean, and corn oil, which is high in linoleic acid. The carnivore diet aims to provide the body with essential nutrients and minimize the consumption of potentially harmful plant toxins and anti-nutrients. By following these principles, the diet can offer health benefits such as weight loss, improved energy level, and relief from chronic health issues. So there you are, the summary from Grok. Quite a short summary and didn't go into a lot of the details the other AIs did. But there you have it. Did mention the seed oils, which none of the other AIs mentioned at all. Next question for Grok. What are the potential health benefits of following the carnivore diet? Let's see how comprehensive Grok is with this question. Okay, the health benefits include 1. Weight loss. By eliminating carbs and focusing on protein, the diet can help reduce caloric intake and promote weight loss. Improved blood sugar control. High protein diets have been shown to improve blood sugar control. High protein diets, which can be beneficial for people with diabetes or at risk of developing it. Okay, none of the other AIs have mentioned diabetes. And number 3, reduced inflammation. Some studies suggest that a high protein, low carb diet may help reduce inflammation in the body, which is linked to various chronic diseases. 4, improved heart health. The carnivore diet may help improve heart health by reducing triglycerides and increasing HDL, good cholesterol levels. Wow, okay. And number 5, reduced risk of chronic diseases. A high protein diet has been linked to a reduced risk of chronic diseases such as heart disease, stroke, and cancer. All right, that's a bit of a new take from Grok there. I like the fact that it's mentioned the triglycerides and increasing HDL, getting that ratio of the triglycerides versus LDL lower is from what I've seen more of an accurate marker of heart health and artery health than just purely cholesterol levels. So it's good that it's been mentioned there. And in summary, the carnivore diet is not without potential drawbacks. It can be high in saturated fat, which may increase the risk of heart disease. All right, there we go. So Grok's going back to parroting some of the standard diet advice there. It also eliminates many nutrient-rich foods such as fruit, vegetables, and whole grains, which can lead to nutrient deficiencies if not properly managed. All right, and then it gives some links to some posts. We won't go into that. Let's go for the next questions. What are some of the misconceptions about the carnivore diet? Here we go. Let's ask that to Grok. All right, Grok says misconceptions about the carnivore diet include 1, nutrient deficiencies. A common misconception is that the carnivore diet is nutritionally deficient due to exclusion of plant-based foods. However, animal products provide essential nutrients such as protein, vitamins, and minerals. All right, so can you see these AIs? They just parrot what's in their database, right? Because in the question above, it started talking about that it's nutrient deficient because it eliminates nutrient-rich foods such as fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. And then it says here the common misconceptions. So, it is what it is. It's an AI data model. It's not taking an opinion or forming an opinion on any of these things. It's just parroting what's in its database. And then what it's may or may not have been designed to lean towards, right? There might be some underlying programming in some of these AIs. Okay, number 2, increased risk of heart disease. Some people believe that the carnivore diet, with its high intake of animal products, can lead to an increased risk of heart disease. However, recent studies have shown that the diet can improve heart health by reducing triglycerides and increasing HDL cholesterol levels. Okay, cool. Number 3, weight gain. Another myth is that the carnivore diet can lead to weight gain due to its high fat content. So that's absolutely true. Even by eating high fat, all the evidence I've seen is that the carnivore diet will reduce your weight if you are overweight. 4, unhealthy for the environment. Some critics argue that the carnivore diet is harmful for the environment due to its reliance on animal agriculture. However, sustainable and regenerative farming practices can help mitigate this impact. And 5, non-sustainable long-term. Some people believe that the carnivore diet is not sustainable long-term. I've certainly heard that from people I've spoken to about the diet, mentioned that I'm doing the diet, and the comments that come back is, yeah, but you can't do that long-term. And that probably comes back to a lot of the misconceptions about nutrient deficiencies and those sorts of things. So there you are. That's Grok's summary of the misconceptions about the diet. Let's ask Grok straight up, is the carnivore diet healthy? All right, so this is Grok. Is the carnivore diet healthy? It's thinking, going through its databases. Here we are. The carnivore diet is a highly restrictive diet that focuses on consuming animal products and eliminating all plant-based foods. While some people may experience health benefits such as weight loss, improved blood sugar control, and reduced inflammation, there are potential downsides to consider. One of the main concerns with the carnivore diet is that they may lead to nutrient deficiencies due to exclusion of fruits. Okay, we've heard that in the previous question from Grok. It is also important to note that the carnivore diet may not be sustainable in the long term for everyone, as it eliminates many food choices and may be difficult to maintain. In conclusion, the carnivore diet may offer some health benefits for certain individuals, but it's not without risks and potential drawbacks. It is important to consult with a healthcare professional. All right, so Grok, quite short on the answers. Not too impressed by Grok. It doesn't really give a bulleted summary like the other AIs. Just gave a bit of a overview, and it still resorts to the common, the common response from a lot of these AIs, which is, we can't say either way. Just consult your healthcare professional before making any changes. All right, here we are. Which is better, carnivore or vegan? Let's ask the hard question to Grok. So Grok is thinking, going through its databases. All right, what should I answer here? The choice between carnivore and vegan diet ultimately depends on the individual needs and preferences. Both diets have their pros and cons, and it's essential to consider the potential health benefits, environmental impact, and ethical considerations. Okay, carnivore diet consists of blah, blah, blah. We know. However, it may lack essential nutrients, can be saturated fat. On the other hand, a vegan diet is plant-based and may offer benefits such as reduced risk of chronic disease and improved heart health. However, it may lack certain nutrients found in animal products, can be restrictive. In conclusion, there is no one-size-fits-all answer to which diet is better. It's important to consult with a healthcare professional to determine the best dietary approach for your individual needs and goals. Like all the others, it does not like to pick a choice. However, let's go and force the question on it. If you were a human and could only eat one of these diets for the rest of your life, which would it be? All right, we've put the hard question on Grok, and let's see. If I were a human, this is Grok. If I were a human and had to choose between carnivore and vegan diet for the rest of my life, I would choose the vegan diet. This is because a well-planned vegan diet can provide all the essential nutrients needed for a healthy life while reducing the risk of chronic disease and promoting a more sustainable and ethical lifestyle. All right, so there you have it, fellow carnivores. The main AI models in the internet here that I know of anyway, the four main ones. There might be a lot more. You might be an AI beast, an expert at this and know a lot better AIs. If you do, please chuck that down in the comments of this video. But the four I've checked, ChatGPT, Copilot, Gemini, and Grok. 3 out of the 4, when forced the question, have chosen to be vegan over carnivore. So is that a reflection on their analysis of the diets, or is it just a reflection of them scrolling through their databases and coming up with the mean of everything in their database and parroting out what is essentially provided by the health professionals following the standard Western diet? I'll leave that answer up to you. ChatGPT was the only one that didn't choose a side when forced the question. So out of all of these 4, I'm leaning towards ChatGPT as being the better AI for those that want to follow the carnivore diet and ask it questions. There you have it. ChatGPT wins. Hope this was useful. If you liked this content or this analysis, please go and subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate that. And I'll see you next time.